you're not too hungry, because we're about to rank every single sugary treat into All the Boys I've Loved Before and its sequel, To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You. From chocolate shakes and cupcakes to cookies and candy, get ready for some seriously sweet talk. Every sweet into All the Boys ranked. Food is used as a major storytelling device in these films. Whether it's tough meat during a tough dinner or a sex talk happening over foot-long subs, it's no surprise then that sweet treats are used to represent Lara Jean's romantic feelings. So when we rank each bit of sugar on our hotcakes meter, we'll take both story significance and quality as a dessert into consideration. French pastries from P.S. I Still Love You. While waiting on Peter for their after-practice date, Lara Jean eats an assortment of snacks, including a chocolate eclair, a croissant, and 2 madeleines dusted with powdered sugar. All classic French baked goods. France, of course, is basically synonymous with love and romance. Choosing French pastries could be considered a romantic expression, especially considering that they were meant to be shared with Peter. This makes it even sadder when she eats them all herself. 2 out of 10. Pensive Snickerdoodles from P.S. I Still Love You.
Ooh, what is going on in that head of yours?
What do you mean?
Snickerdoodles, your pensive bake.
How do you know that?
This is the first time that we see Lara Jean acknowledge that there's meaning behind her baking and sweet treat choices, suggesting to Peter that she's reviewing their relationship. Taking time to make and eat sweets is Lara Jean's way of processing mentally and emotionally. Even though LJ's feelings about these snickerdoodles are straight up explained in the film, the cookie itself doesn't carry as much symbolic meaning as other sweet selections. Perhaps they were chosen as a pensive bake because they're so chewy, or maybe just because snickerdoodle is a really fun word to say. Snickerdoodle. 3 out of 10. The Last Ice Cream Sandwich from P.S. I Still Love You. As Lara Jean and Lucas, another letter recipient, split the last ice cream sandwich at a party, she unloads her thoughts about firsts.
It's like this. We're here and we're sharing an ice cream sandwich. And it's great. But if Peter was sitting here and we were sharing an ice cream sandwich, I don't know, I'd be thinking about, has Peter shared an ice cream sandwich with someone before? And if he has, was it with Jen? Does he think that I'm a prude if I just want to share an ice cream sandwich?
It may seem like Lara Jean just turns this ice cream sandwich into a full-on euphemism for sex, but she's really using it as a representation of every first, while trying to express what seems to be her primary emotion, confusion. Though I have to admit, this scene did make me want an ice cream sandwich, so it gets a cool 4 out of 10. Korean yogurt smoothies from To All the Boys I've Loved Before. When Peter picks LJ and Kitty up for school on the first morning of their fake relationship, it's all about Korean yogurt smoothies.
Can I have some of that? Oh, wow. That is really good.
Most likely inspired by Yakult, this tiny sweetened probiotic beverage encourages digestive health, boosts your immune system, and is absolutely delicious. Not only does this beverage facilitate the start of a deeper connection between Peter and Lara Jean's family, it also suggests that Peter might actually be good for Lara Jean. This theory is reinforced again later in the film. This is a confirmation not only of his feelings for her, but also of his commitment to her.
I asked Kitty where to find those yogurt drinks you like so much.
The Korean grocery store is all the way across town.
I know. So if I went all the way across town to get you something that you like, then that means...
Plus, it's a super sweet romantic gesture, and arguably causes the best scene in the movie to happen. Hello, hot tub! But the drink itself is just not quite as romantic as the moment. Korean yogurt smoothies get 5 out of 10, and the hot tub scene gets 10 out of 10, even though I'm not supposed to be ranking that. Let's move on. Bake sale cupcakes from To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Lara Jean whips up a batch of cupcakes for her younger sister's bake sale. Sure, this sweet sisterly action illustrates LJ's motherly attitude towards Kitty, but the choice of cupcakes is specifically representative of her relationship with Peter. Complicated.
You know, it's easier if you make something that you can cut into squares, like brownies?
Yes, it would have been easier to not have real feelings for her fake boyfriend, just like it would have been easier to make brownies, but Lara Jean chose cupcakes. Clearly, LJ is in a state of evasion. These cupcakes are her excuse to not attend a party with Peter, as well as her way of dealing with her growing crush. Even though we never see the finished cupcakes, their meaning stands. A complicated choice for a simple task, so I'm giving them 6 out of 10. Cherry Coke and a chocolate shake from To All the Boys I've Loved Before. In this scene, LJ drinks a cherry Coke while Peter has a chocolate shake. Aside from the fact that these two characters are clearly thirsty, literally and figuratively, these sugary beverages are the first solid indication of sweets being representative of their romantic feelings. Prior to this moment in the film, we've seen nearly inedible Korean meat, carrots, veggies, uncooked pasta, and some popcorn. All of these foods are relatively basic, lacking complex flavor, and not in the least bit sweet. This cherry Coke and shake pop up after Laura Jean kisses Peter, however, suggesting that a little sugar warrants even more sugar. Peter, who is clearly ready and open to love, is casually sucking down a liquid dessert.
What do you mean? I'm just here to take down one of those chocolate shakes,
Laura Jean, on the other hand, is still more closed off to romance and enjoys a soda instead.
Peter Kavinsky, I'm not trying to date you.
On the surface, a Coke seems as basic as carrots or popcorn, but the cherry addition actually makes the drink more romantic and more meaningful. It's not just a soda now, it's a sweet treat. In fact, both chocolate and cherries have pretty strong romantic connotations, especially together. Of course, chocolate has a well-known reputation as an aphrodisiac, but cherries also have an alluring history. In the 16th century, Europeans used cherries as a veiled manner of discussing sex, and in this century, 16-year-olds are texting the cherry emoji to each other instead of typing out the word sexy. Regardless, both drinks perfectly mirror the emotional states of the characters consuming them. Laura Jean is ready for something sweeter than a Coke, but maybe not a whole milkshake. 9 out of 10. Cherry turnovers from P.S. I Still Love You. Laura Jean is admittedly torn between Peter and John Ambrose. As she has imaginary conversations with both, she's clearly thinking that John Ambrose might be a better choice. Moments later, we see Laura Jean in the kitchen making cherry turnovers. That dessert sends such a straightforward and literal message, we can actually explain it with a dictionary definition. Merriam-Webster also defines turnover as a movement of goods or people into, through, or out of a place. This is exactly what Laura Jean is considering, moving Peter out and John Ambrose in. But these aren't just any turnovers, they're cherry turnovers. Cherries, as we know from a few minutes ago, are basically sex on a stem. Plus, the fact that Laura Jean is making them for Valentine's Day enhances the romantic implications of these sweet pastry pockets. Beyond this, these treats are clearly being given more attention than others in the films. From the step-by-step tasty-style cooking video to the immense gratification of Peter taking a bite, it's clear these sweets are important. So the cherry turnovers get 10 out of 10 and rank as the #1 sweet in these two movies. Well, what did you think of our ranking of all the sweet treats from To All the Boys I've Loved Before and the sequel To All the Boys P.S. I Still Love You? Let us know down in the comments which sweet you'd have chosen as #1, and thanks for watching. Bye!
Oh, wow.